just waiting for it to pick up on Instagram, and then I'll be able to go live. And if it starts to, all right, we should be. All right, I'm gonna go live here. All right, I'm live on Instagram.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'm gonna send this live pretty much right now. I'm also trying to cross stream to X, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll see if they work.
Yeah, I'm also gonna just type in the Instagram, go to YouTube, go to GameStocks YouTube to see the full show. Oh, yeah, okay, I can talk to them. Okay, and then let me just go to my communities and just say that I'm live everywhere.
All right, guys. Spam W's in the chat if you guys are here. This is going to be our best and biggest GameStop game show we've ever done. I was chatting with you guys a little bit before. We were talking about what stocks we should be looking at. Guys, I need to see more W's in the chat so I know we can get this started. The access code for the tournament that we are going to be running during the event. What's up? What's up, Charmed? What's up, Dama X Raps 9934? The access code for the tournament that we're going to be running is right there. It's going to be up on the screen throughout the stream until the tournament starts. What's up, Ogunda Bolu C7U? But yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm going to introduce our co-host today. Yes, what's up, OX World? What's up, at Kenny Chippewana? What's up, Revivalist Sermons? All right, good. Very active today. Lovely. Let's just stop yapping, get right into it. I know you guys want to play for some cash. I know you guys want to hear some amazing insight from our guest. I'll introduce him. Today it is Trader Daddy. Trader Daddy, what is up? How are you doing today? What'd you have for breakfast?
Good. Thank you for having me back again. I'm also live on some of my social medias too, so they can kind of see, sort of my angle from things. So if you want to see some of the charts that I'm looking at or some of the data that I'm looking at, you can also kind of move back and forth. I should be on YouTube, on mine, Trader Daddy. So I think that's Trader Daddy or The Trader Daddy. And then also on Instagram, it should be The Trader Daddy also. But yeah, thank you for having me again. Just fill me in again exactly, and I'm sure you're going to tell everyone else we have a little bit of a competition here of what stocks we could look at to see what could do the best from now till the end of the day. Is that somewhat correct? Is that right?
Hold on, it's awesome. All right. Well, first thing we're gonna do is we are going to, and let me know if there's something interesting going on with the audio chat. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jump right into our first game, which is we are gonna be predicting the stock price of IREN, which is the stock that's been moving most today. We're gonna predict the stock price, and we're gonna start on. Sorry, guys, my headphones are beeping. We're going to start by just kind of taking a peek at where we're sitting on the stock price. I'll pull it up here. We're looking today at IREN. So IREN's the one to beat. Current price is $43.65. So Trader Daddy, let me know based on how it's been moving today. It's up a crazy amount today. In fact, let's look at the one day. It's up 6.9%. We're going to get into why it went up a little bit, but let me know where you think it's going to close at the end of the day, if it's going to be higher or lower. In chat, you let us know as well. Tell us where you think IREN is going to close. And if you get it correct by the penny, you'll win $100, but whoever's closest will win $10 for their GameStop account by the end of the stream.
All right. Well, we could do it by the chart first. I mean, we're pretty much close to about 43.50 or so. And then to the top side, we have 44.90. So now it's just figuring out how close we can get for end of day. The other thing that's going to be pretty
Okay, there we go.
helpful for me is,
Sorry, I was fixing something on my end. All right, continue.
yeah, we're going to figure out also on TraderDaddy.pro, which has GEX levels. They're basically the levels that you use for. I'll try to also make it for the people on Instagram to see this, but it's basically levels for that the institutions have, and the institutions have these levels. They kind of act like magnets because the dealers and market makers on their books already have interest in these levels. So um, these are going to be the levels that we're going to look for, and there's also like a percentage chance that it gets there. So 38 is the lowest. Then we have 39. 41 is a pretty good, possibility of where it could go to. To the penny is going to be hard, but I would say I don't think iron's good. If iron gets below 43, we're going to 41, and if it gets above, mm, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit of a difficult one. We'd have to go back to like an actual chart to look at it, but for the next like 10 minute, I guess for the next 10 minutes till 3 o'clock, we can only really say that, a major support is gonna be about 43.50. And if it gets below that, it's going to go much lower, much faster, but it looks like it's just going to go between 43.50 and close to 45 for the range of closing. So it could be really anything in between.
Okay. So what should you say? Should we say 45.20?
I mean, if you just want like an average, like on like a very small time frame, like the 5 minute, 44.20 would be like if I had to make a guess. That'd just be like the
Okay.
average. Or like 44.87, 44.12 maybe, 44.17 maybe. That would probably be the closest one. So,
Okay. We're at 44.17. Chat, this is your chance. Make sure you go in and predict. You can't Trader Daddy. Chat, this is your chance. Trader Daddy said 44.17 is the price that Iron will finish by the end of the show. Make sure you go in and you predict where Iron's going to end, and whoever gets closest wins $10. Now let's get into the game that we're all excited for. Access code for the GameStop Game Show today's tournament is on your screen right now. We'll make sure we work through that here as well too. But this is the access code right now. Make sure you guys are joining. Me and Trader Daddy are going to build a portfolio live in the next 2 minutes. And make sure everybody joins. We're going to be doing live leaderboards to see who will win this tournament. Let me try one more time to connect that here. And don't worry, we will make sure it doesn't start until everyone's available. I'll just go straight to the GameStop app. The tournament is called GameStop Game Show. It's right here. There's an access code that's on your screen. If you want to be able to join, make sure you tune in there. 43.70 is what Joseph Benedict predicted, by the way. Trader Daddy.
Yeah.
It looks like we got 32 people already in.
That's a good number.
We're just gonna go ahead and that is a good number actually. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna review the leaderboards.
Okay.
See who's winning as we continue. Let me make sure too. We had a bit of a audio glitch, so let me make sure too that your audio is all set.
Okay.
So that way everybody's able to hear you. All right. All right, Trader Daddy, go ahead and tell us, since Iron was the stock that we talked about, go ahead and tell us why you think it's been moving today. I got a few tweets up here that are discussing it as well.
Let's see. Well, I did get 1 hour ago. It got Iron. Looks like it got a target raise. So seems like one of the brokers.
What's a target raised?
It's just that one of the banks or institutions raised its price target. Um, and then it also looks like it has iron stock on track to break 9-day losing streak. That's another thing. If a stock is going down for 9 days straight, um, it's been making a lot of different publications today. Also, not only that, like on like a longer time frame, um, like I said, 9 days in a row going down. Eventually, you're going to have a day where it starts to come back. And not just iron, but the whole data center industry, APLD, is looking a lot better today. NBIS, they all had huge sell-offs. So they all start to move together as one industry. So we haven't had like any huge big winners today. It's just iron is a very, volatile stock. So it does make sense that that it came back to some degree today. So it had a
Yeah.
really good candle last on Friday too. It came all the way down, and we popped up today and started to run. But I think that the target raise was really good. So every 12 months, or every institution has a research department, and their research department will come out with different targets that a stock could get to within the next 12 months. It's what, financial research analysts do. They cover a certain sector, maybe data centers, for instance, and iron is one of those stocks, and then they'll come out with a 12-month target. Now, if that 12-month target gets raised, then more buyers step in because they're more confident that the stock is going to go higher because the institutional research team thinks it's going to go higher.
Yeah. All right. Well, taking a look here at the chat, a lot of people were kind of leaning with you. We got some 4410s, 4375s. Let's just go ahead and peek back in where it is now. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. Let's see what the stock is. The number to get to is 4417. We're at 4381, so we are moving up. We are moving closer. While we wait on that, let's go ahead and review the leaderboard and shout out to everyone. Beast Movie is currently in first place. Beast Movie, let's see if we can get a peek. Iron, there we go, as their lowest stock. They put a little bit in iron, probably because we were talking about it. Shout out Beast Movie, Pawn F, and then Crusader KLI. I can't see the rest of that last name. Shout out you guys. Hey, if you guys are competing in the tournament, make sure you shout it out in the chat. Mickey Base all of a sudden just blew back up again too. He basically full ported iron. So iron is basically the stock of the day. Now, while we wait to kind of get to the review of how that's going, let's also jump back in. I got a mini game for you. Trader Daddy, how well do you know your CEOs?
Yeah, I could try. I could try.
Okay, you could try.
I'm gonna
You could try it. Okay, well, I've got a game for you.
Okay.
It's called Higher or Lower CEO. What I'm gonna do is pull up, and I'll get it loaded here. What I'm gonna do is pull up two CEOs.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
And your job is to say in chat, you can help them with this as well. Your job is to say whether the CEO's net worth is higher or lower than the other one.
All right, let's see.
Okay. All right, let's get started. You can see the screen all right? And let's make sure too. Everybody can hear Trader Daddy?
You guys can hear me, right?
I think we can.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Trader Daddy, let's just jump right into it. Higher or lower, Jeff Bezos or Larry Page of Google?
That's a good one. I think Larry Page.
Larry Page. Okay. So we're going to say Larry Page is higher, so we're going to put higher. Incorrect.
Okay.
Larry Page is only about 130 billion. Fun fact. They accidentally misspelled Google when they registered the domain, and they kept it. So that's pretty funny. There's a Google.com out there. That's pretty good. All right. We're trying to see how you can get out of 5. I think the record is 4 out of 5 so far.
Yeah. This is the French CEO of one of the
Yeah, it says Curring up there.
I think
So,
I have to no, I think Larry Page is higher.
Larry Page higher. Okay, so we're gonna say Curring is lower. That's correct. Only 30 billion. What is Curring luxury? Do you know? Do you know? I haven't heard of it.
One of the many French luxury brands that probably owns a
Okay.
lot of the, I guess, French luxury brands.
All right. A lot of people were saying higher in the chat, so they were wrong. Shout
There's
out
another French
Oban
CEO
Okoye.
though that is like pretty close to that $100 billion mark. That owns. I'm trying to think of, like not L'Oreal, but like you start to get into like some of the
Like
other like
LVMH,
yeah like
Luxottica, that kind of stuff.
French designing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those Europeans, they kind of got a stranglehold on some of that stuff. All right. Let's go right into the next one. Pinot or Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy, and I'd love to hear your one sentence take on MicroStrategy, especially for our viewers who a lot of them are trading it in the tournaments.
Oh man, it depends so hard on where Bitcoin is. Like he could be a
Well, of
hundred
course.
billion, or he could be like. I think he's higher than 30 billion. Michael Saylor, I 30 that's a good one. Because I would think they're about the same. I'm gonna say Michael Saylor is higher than 30 billion.
Okay, higher than 30 billion.
Oh wow.
Incorrect. Wow. Bitcoin must be
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Bitcoin
I guess we have to think of like, is MicroStrategy worth, I don't know. I was trying to think of maybe more of MicroStrategy than himself. All right.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Mickey Base, still in first place. Crusaders bumped up to second. And how you going, guys? Stolen his spot in third. All right, next. Michael Skradar or Murdoch? Murdoch. What
Oh, this is a
media
good
stocks?
one.
You don't hear much about media stocks these days.
Yeah. Like, he was much more of a character 5 years ago with Fox News, and then he gave it to his sons. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So one went with more, I think, Fox Century, and then one did more of the news part of it. Oh man, how much is Rupert Murdoch worth? I would say it's pretty close to 4 billion. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
it's
a
gonna be a good
little
one.
bit. Uh, oh, it's gonna be close. So I think it's gonna be like 3, 4, 5, or 6 billion. I'm just not sure which one, but like I'm gonna go a little. I'm gonna go lower.
Lower. Chat. I see Euphoria said higher. Do you want to
It could
do
be.
you want to
Yeah, I
change
mean,
your
it's so
mind or?
close. He might be 5 billion. I don't know. We could go with higher. If the chat thinks it's higher, we could go higher. Mike Rupert Murdoch. That's
All
fine.
right, chat. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
go
see
with
if
that. It could
how
be.
Trader Daddy's feeling about this.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, higher by a lot.
Yeah. I thought it was much lower. I thought it was gonna be like five, like 3 to 10, but maybe those are just really old numbers. Okay.
All right, well, you can thank for the chat for that one. All right, you are 2-2, so this is your last chance to be even out. Let me pull the
I don't know why I'm so nervous now.
tournament leaderboards back up. You're nervous. Okay. Well, let's see. All right, leaderboards back up. All right, final one. Murdoch or Pony Ma of Tencent. All right, now we're getting into a little bit of Asia. So we've been to Europe here and now Asia. Tencent. What do you know about Tencent?
Not much.
Not much.
What does the chat think?
Chat, does anybody here know Tencent? I know Tencent is some sort of huge Asian conglomerate. I know they're very big actually.
See, that's the thing.
My
Are we
personal
talking
opinion.
about like we're talking about his personal wealth and not the company's? So
True.
I want to.
But
I'm gonna.
they tend to correlate.
Yeah, that's gonna be the harder part. Like it could be the company or because Michael Saylor, like we could have went with that and said that all of his companies together were all of his, but it's not. So I don't know how it's gonna work with like a Chinese one. This is a good one.
Well, here's what the chat is saying.
Yeah.
One, they're saying they own Riot Games. I don't know if you're a gamer, but off stream, me and Trader Daddy, we're talking about Halo. So obviously you have gamed a bit. Riot Games I know is huge. A lot of people are saying higher, including two very, very smart head traders, Owen Kwan and Charin.
You guys think
So
you guys
I'll
think
just
it's
give you
more
that
than
info.
20 billion? Yeah.
Man,
There's
That's what they're saying.
okay. So
They're adamant about it. They are
okay.
spamming
All
the
right.
chat with higher.
We'll go with it. We'll say it's higher.
All right, we're gonna go with higher.
Oh.
Okay, it was higher, not by anything crazy.
No. I just had no idea who this was. So, but yeah, it's hard when you get about the 20 billion mark because it could be anything, 20,
Yeah.
40, 50.
Yeah, in fact, look at if you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, there's a little fun fact, and this is actually crazy. It says Ponymon nearly sold Tencent for $1 million in 2000 when no investors wanted it.
Wow.
And now it's worth over 400 billion, almost half a trill. So that's crazy that he almost kind of lost a bag there. Oh, somebody was trying to mess you up. Obion Koi said lower, so he's incorrect. Let's take a peek back as we're kind of closing out here. Let's take a look at the total leaderboard, how much time we have left. Oh, let me see the phone here. Okay, 3 seconds. 3 seconds we have left, and we are closing out right now. These are the final leaderboards. That was pretty quick. Let me go ahead. I'll review what the winning portfolio seemed to be, but if I remember correctly, I'll go ahead and I'll check Mickey Base's portfolio here. Iron. So Iron was today's the stream's big winner. Mickey Base came in first place using code Iron, or not code Iron, obviously. Stock, choosing the stock Iron. Chat, and we'll kind of close on this too. Let's see where Iron is at the ticker feature, and we'll kind of compare to what chat was saying. I'm gonna refresh our data right now. Let's see here. Chart. Load. 43.77. Okay, 43.77. Our guess was 44.17.
It's not far off.
Not far off. I'm looking up in the chat right now. We had some 43.75 from Ogbu Emmanuel. I think that's our winner. We had someone else at 43.70. Okay, so Ogbu Emmanuel is our
5 is really good. It's hard to get something that's in like 10 minutes though.
But we also have another 44.17 or a 44.22 and a 44.10. Let's do some quick math. What's the difference between
Wait, they can't be over or under, or how are you doing it?
It's just whoever's closest. Whoever's closest.
Yeah, because somebody got 43.75, that's it.
Right? Yeah, no, that's but it's at 44.75 I think is the one to beat. All right, Ogbu, make a ticket in the Discord. We'll put $10 in your GameStop account. Great job.
That's good.
44.17. You were off Trader Daddy by less than $1, but that's not that difficult when you're doing only around
25, about 27 cents ish.
27 cents. Okay, I think last stream we were off by I think only like 20 cents. And so I'll have to go back and check. We're gonna make a total leaderboard there. But Ogbu, you were 2 cents away from
SpaceX did get to 200 though.
It did, and we did clip that. Well, I'll kind of end the stream by saying this. Iron was the big stock of the stream. I want to hear in just 2 minutes, Trader Daddy. I want to hear your thesis on why Iron did well. Also, Iron adjacent stocks. And for our viewers who are looking towards next week, there's a $10,000 tournament, which if you're watching and you're not in it yet, you need to make sure you get in that tournament. There's a $10,000 tournament. What they need to be looking towards, especially if, stocks like Iron are pumping, what industry they should be looking towards in about 1 or 2 minutes here. Let them know.
For the next 1 or 2 minutes?
For the next 1 or 2 minutes, what they should really be thinking about going into next week's tournament, which is $10,000 to win.
Okay, the goal is just any stock to what's the goal? You want the stock to be just any stock?
Yeah, I mean, what's your thought process, right?
Okay,
I'm sure,
I'll just think out loud. I mean, so obviously these types of games are hard, right? But I've realized in a lot of these challenges or tournaments, like you're trying to find the biggest reversals or biggest earnings plays. So a lot of times, like if there's a huge earnings, you try to align the stock for a potential huge earnings pop. Like next week is Netflix, and Netflix has been down to like 70.
Oh, wow.
One of the lowest levels. So like if I was playing for next week, if it's a week-long tournament or something, like I would just go with that and maybe that's gonna pop. Also, but I would also look at these smaller stocks like Lucid is up 10% today. I try to figure out like why, like just real quick. CEO direct reports about yeah, I mean Tesla is also up 5 or 6% today. You know, that might also be something to look at. AMD goes up like almost after every if you have look at a chart of AMD, every time the stock drops for a day or two, it always comes back like between 5 and 10% the next day or two. So, you could time something like that. So I would keep looking in the industries that are still doing well. I would look at semiconductors. I would look at memory stocks, like still like with Micron and SanDisk. I think SanDisk also went up a lot today too. I would look at sort of make a list for myself too. So it's going to be chips or semiconductors is number one. Memory chips is going to be two. Three is going to be data centers like iron and APLD and uh, APLD and BIS, those type of stocks. You can even start to go for smaller ones in those so you can get bigger moves. Um, a sleeper could also be oil stocks that are down so much right now after,
Oil stocks, interesting.
yeah, because if you start to look at like any oil stock like ExxonMobil, it was the top. It's an interesting fact, right? Is I never thought this was right till it started to happen every year. Whatever the trending industry in January and February is going to be in the top three trending industries at the end of the year too. But in the middle, they usually start to kind of come off a bit. So in January and February, oil stocks were the top industry, still along with memory, but oil has started to go back. Oil stocks been going back down because we now have the Strait of Hormuz is now open again. But I have a feeling that all those oil stocks are not going to keep pumping. We still have all of those oil rights from Venezuela. So it's a really, really good time to buy those. I would also start to look, especially with tournaments like yours, probably going over a minute or two here, but I would also look at stocks that are like kind of Bitcoin turned into AI. So I think Iron also fits there, Cypher fits there, Mara fits there. That there was like a Bitcoin treasury, but now turned into more of an AI. You could even put BlackBerry there, even though it had nothing to do with crypto. BlackBerry is a big
Yeah.
mover now. I think, after kind of a Friday sell-off, it came back strong today. But if you look at something like Mara, it's doing exactly what IRA did last year. And there's another one called Keel, Keel. They were a Bitcoin company. So look for these Bitcoin companies that used to be crypto that are now turning into AI infrastructure, sort of data center AI infrastructure stocks, um, for next week.
All right. Super good. Super good. Guys, to recap, look for stocks that are coming out. We're releasing earnings next week. Trader Daddy mentioned Netflix.
Yeah.
Oil could have a big resurgence next week, especially with, what's going on around the world. And then obviously you said crypto that's pivoted to AI, right?
Crypto pivoted to AI is one that
Interesting.
is
I wouldn't have
just
thought of
keeps
that.
working every week. Also, just another one that I'm just looking at it, like the healthcare industry has for the third week in a row started off strong again, no matter
Okay.
what. So Hims, Oscar, possibly, the UNH is starting to
I hope you
do.
guys are writing these down.
I mean, I wrote it down too. So like if I could repeat all of these too. Like I have six of them. And then the other ones, let's see, crypto to AI infrastructure. So it would be something like, just to repeat them again, it's going to be chips, memory, or like memory hardware, like Micron and SanDisk, data centers. So you have your NBIS,
Hmm.
your irons, your APLD is my favorite, especially this level. Healthcare, which has just been trending. Um, Healthcare and financials like banks have been doing really well, and banks are coming up on their earnings soon, so you could also throw in like a Bank of America in there. It's starting to make all
Yeah.
new time highs. Oil is at a really low level. That can continue to maybe rebound into next week. And then the crypto to AI infrastructure plays have historically over the last like 12 to 18 months been doing really well, and we're just getting more of them. So those are the industries that I would be looking at for this week going into next week.
All right, all great insights, all great insights. If you want an even more in-depth, that was already pretty in-depth, so thank you very much, Trader Daddy. But if you want an even more in-depth look, make sure you go check out Trader Daddy's socials. Last reminder, $10,000 tournament starts on Monday. This is a free-to-enter tournament. All you have to do is invite 5 friends to the platform, and you'll get free access. I have it down here in the corner. Oops, that corner over there, so you can see where it's at. Make sure you take what Trader Daddy said, factor it into how you're building out your portfolio. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know there was a slight audio issue at the beginning there. I'm glad we got that fixed up. And congrats again to the winners of the tournament, the winner of the stock price predictor. And we'll see you guys next week with a new guest, more games, and an even better show for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Trader Daddy.
All right, take care, guys. Take care.